Hi, everybody, and welcome to Dudes Brunch, a podcast about breakfast food and pop culture, but not necessarily in that order. Welcome to Season 3 of Dudes Brunch. This season, we're doing things a little bit differently. We're bringing some guests onto the show, and so we're going to start with our usual introductions. Down in Cincinnati, Ohio, Tyler Reed, how are you? What did you have for brunch today? Maybe not.
For a little
Maybe.
bit.
There you
What
go.
happened?
Okay. Your internet connection dropped out for a second. Tyler, what did you have for brunch today?
Well, I had really nothing of note for brunch today. I had like a smoothie, But yesterday, I went to Sleepy Bee, which is a breakfast place in Oakley, and I had a steak sandwich with some like egg and all sorts of shit. It was very good. And then I went down the street and I went to get some nitro coffee, which, if you don't know what that is, it's like coffee put through a draft, so it kind of tastes like a soda, but also it's coffee.
That sounds delicious.
It sounds delicious, and it tastes interesting. I have to like drink it again to see if it was to see how I really feel. But initially I was confused, so I think if I drink it again, knowing what to expect, I might be like, oh, okay, this is good. So.
It sounds like you're coffee curious there, Tyler.
I am. I'm very coffee curious.
Is it sweetened or like with cream in it? Like,
No, nothing in it.
No, just.
Good coffee doesn't need cream or sugar.
Up in Akron, Ohio, giggling away. Sean Evans, what'd you have for brunch today?
What did I have today? Coffee. Oh, I had raspberries. I had raspberries and coffee with milk. I guess my only really notable breakfast was yesterday. I had some leftover homemade sausage from a restaurant that I went to in Cleveland, and I put it in with some scrambled eggs, and it was uber delicious. So.
Never eat raspberries, John.
Why
You
not?
ate nothing but raspberries for breakfast?
Yeah.
Never eat raspberries, as Grandpa always says.
Is your grandpa some kind of weird conspiracy theorist? That's
No,
okay
it's from
raspberries?
Hey Arnold. God, fucking shit. Come on, Taylor.
How am I supposed to remember that?
Yeah, I didn't catch that either. It's like in the Great Raspberry War, my grandfather fought against raspberry farmers.
He lost a leg to the raspberry people.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our guest this evening, Albert from the Nerd Optimal podcast. Albert,
Hello.
what did you have for brunch?
I had some leftover Asian food. I went to a Japanese restaurant in Columbus. So I had udon noodles, a little leftover of that, and some Korean thinly sliced beef barbecue. So I had that for breakfast at brunch, 10:30. That's how I like to start the day.
That sounds
I don't
really
abide by
delicious.
your guys' breakfast traditions. Eat whatever I want.
He's a grown-ass man. He'll eat whatever he wants. Well, down here in Athens, we still have to obey by the traditional rules of breakfast hegemony. So, for brunch today, I had a bowl of cereal and a bagel. A little bit more substantial than Sean's raspberries. But yesterday, I woke up really late and had Taco John's for brunch, if that counts. Taco John's. Not the sponsor of this podcast, but very delicious. All right, so we have 4 topics to get through in an hour tonight, so let's get things rolling. We're going to start off with Tyler's topic. Tyler, since you're the expert, what can you tell us about burrito construction?
All right. So, there's really no intro to this discussion, so I'm just going to get right into it. We're going to be talking exclusively about Chipotle burritos because that's the only burrito place that matters. So, how do you construct your
Shots fired.
burrito? How do you go about determining the ingredients? Plain and simple, or every flavor at once? Albert, since you're a new one here, go ahead. What's your Chipotle burrito order?
I usually do chicken with the white rice. Then I do the feta peppers. Then lettuce, cheese, corn, black beans, and then I usually just do the tomato salsa. I was doing the green, the what's it, the verde?
Verde, yeah.
But usually it gets a little sloppy because of the extra fluids introduced with that. So I've been holding back from the other flavors, even though I would like to, but just sometimes the second half of the burrito is just falling apart on me. So just from a utilitarian standpoint of eating the actual burrito, I have to cut back instead of going full-on flavor blast.
See, I'm the other way around. I do half and half of both beans. The meat changes typically, but then I do the mild salsa and the hot salsa and sour cream. I just don't even care. Like, I don't look civilized at all when I'm eating Chipotle. But that's not what I'm there for. I'm there to get my delicious urban meal log and shove it into my face so I can go about my day. I know you guys have heard that because one of you taught me the ways of the urban meal log.
I think it was me.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't me.
Roland, representing Corrito Burritos, would just like to say that Chipotle burritos are not the only ones that matter. Roland, you're not on the show. So until you come on the show, I'm sorry.
But thanks for your input. I appreciate you tweeting in.
So my burrito is white rice, both beans, chicken, usually, sometimes steak, depends on it, what it is. Pretty much every kind of salsa. That's every salsa except the corn. And then cheese and lettuce. I don't do guac, and I definitely don't do sour cream because that's the burrito equivalent of ketchup.
Oh.
No, I'm going to defend that. And I have a technique for going after it because usually my burrito is like almost too big to be put into a wrapper. So I get the fork and knife, and I artfully slice my burrito in half and then hollow it out with a fork. And then once it's able to be managed with hands, then I consume the rest of it. It's, I don't know, what's the... Is there a term for that where you like...
Burrito in a bowl?
Melt the inside of something and then eat the outside later? Is it? Like there's some alien thing.
Alternatively, you can also use chips with that.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just get the burrito bowl with the tortilla? It sounds like you're doing the same thing.
Well, yeah, kind of.
But he also wants to have the burrito experience.
Yeah.
So you're eating like half of the burrito as a bowl and then half of it as a burrito?
Yeah, kind of. I'm just like, just using the burrito as the natural bowl. How God intended the burrito to be eaten.
Tyler, you're the expert. What do you do?
All right, so
pro burrito eating. Go.
Well,
inform us.
With my poopy problem, I can't have my ideal burrito anymore.
We should mention to Albert that a running theme on the show is that Tyler's been having intestinal problems and can't eat or drink anything.
All right. So, did any of you guys say you got the corn salsa? I feel like you all specifically said you didn't get corn.
No, Albert did.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
Okay. Because corn salsa, let me tell you, is the best part of a Chipotle burrito. So if I could have whatever I wanted, I'd have brown rice, black beans, carnitas, because it's been like a year since we've had carnitas, and then corn, cheese and lettuce. Yeah.
You sound unsure for such a professional.
Well, it's been a while since I've had that order. It's been over a year. But lately I've been getting the burrito in a bowl, white rice, chicken, hot salsa and sour cream, and like scooping it out with chips. So.
So are you still getting the tortilla and just eating it later?
Yeah, I'm doing what Sean does, and I'm making a little burrito out of it.
Oh, okay.
And then I've been putting the chips in the burrito and like eating it. Kind of like you do with like a sandwich, like some potato chips. Gives it a little crunch.
I like that.
After you
but it doesn't get soggy.
Huh?
But it doesn't get soggy like if you put chips and had it like.
Well, yeah, because you have the burrito, you stick it in, and you and boop. Yeah. I also get everything for free, so I can do whatever I want. So that's why I can do that. If I had to pay for that, there's no way. No way.
Do you get the guac for free?
Yeah, I can get anything I want.
You're the only person whose guac isn't extra. Just revel in that for a moment.
Technically everything is free. Speaking of guac, do you get guacamole? Do you think the upcharge is reasonable, or does it create an artificial value? Are they upcharging just the upcharge? What's the reasoning? What do you think?
I don't get
generally,
guac.
yeah, I don't get the guac. Yeah, for the charge. As for how reasonable it is, I'm not really. Every time I bought avocados, they have seemed to be a little pricey, but then I guess Chipotle should be cutting deals anyway, and the preparation doesn't seem that time intensive versus the other ingredients, so it seems it is very expensive for. I mean, it's $2 for guac or something.
Yeah, how much more is it?
Yeah, it's like $1.93 for guac.
$1.93. And the Chipotle, the burrito is $6.95 or something. So you're doing a 30% charge for one ingredient. So if you think about it in terms of that, yeah, I never get guac.
Yeah, I only get guac to have it with chips. So I guess if you're just getting it to eat with chips, maybe the price isn't bad. But 30% of a burrito, yeah, I'd never done that math, but that's unreasonable.
Yeah. I'm a numbers guy. Give me the numbers.
I don't know. I don't get it on my burrito. I don't really get it at all that much. I'm not a huge guac person. So I don't know. Maybe they have created an economy for like extra toppings, but I think it should be the other way around. It should be the stuff that you put on there. They should charge, like if you don't get rice on it, then you should get charged more.
Actually, I'll drop the knowledge bomb on you, but that's okay. Keep going.
Oh, no, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So speaking on this point Sean just made, what you can do is you can get rice and you can get chicken, and that's called a 3-pointer, and that's like $4.75. You can get like 3 ingredients in a burrito, and it costs you less. So there's that knowledge bomb. Okay. Let's see. So the way that we prepare guacamole is that we have like 3 cases of avocados, and we just dump them in like a huge bowl, and we mash them up, and then we dump like all the materials in it, and that takes like hours. It takes like it's supposed to take like 2 hours to make all the guacamole that we serve. So I think what's going on is that I think that the time it takes to produce and all the ingredients that's involved, because there's lime, cilantro, jalapeno, onion, so those are all involved, and then I guess just buying 3 cases of avocados every day, I think is probably
every day.
What do you do with it if you don't sell it? Like what happens?
Oh, we usually run out of it.
Oh, okay.
Like an hour before we close, and so that I think that might actually be, that's 3 cases a day. Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Do you guys? How busy are you guys compared to other stores? Are you guys like pretty busy? Are you
We're
guys
actually fairly slow.
So like some stores will probably use like 10 cases or something a day.
Yeah. Cause I'm in like Beachmont. I'm sure Albert has no idea where anything's at, but like in Eastgate, like that they are like 10, like maybe not 10 times, but like twice, if not 3 times busier than we are.
Wow.
Oh, and I'm sure the Fountain Square store is
Right.
crazy.
Holy shit.
So
I'm curious, Roland works at Burrito on the UC campus. Tweet in and let us know, does guac cost extra and how long does it take to make? Because I know you do a lot of prep there.
right. So I don't know. So knowing that, does that change anything, or is that still like, well, I don't know if that should cost that much?
I'm surprised that Chipotle doesn't make it like centralized industrial processing guac.
Well, that's sort
or
of
something.
against what we're about. Is that
Right. But I mean, like, if it costs that much money, you could find a way to make it fresh. I mean, it's not like Chipotle has a farm where they grow all their rice and raise all the chickens. They still buy it from other people.
Right. What we do is raised locally as it can be. So.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I'm still not going to spend $1.90 whatever for guac.
I mean, I don't buy guac either, but it's just because it's expensive. I don't want to pay $2 for that. If it's free, yeah, I'm all in.
It's the burrito. It's the caviar burritos.
Yeah. But like, there's other places that don't even charge for guac.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
Like Mexico.
Yes, the entire country of Mexico does not charge for guacamole.
Universal guac.
It's in their constitution. The guac must never cost extra.
Wow. That's a good deal.
Welcome to Mexico. It's just a bag of chips and a thing. Here's lunch. A bowl of guac.
All right, so final question. What is the Dudes Brunch official burrito order? Double meat, double wrapped, quesarito, half and half chicken and steak, double barbacoa, the elusive carnitas. Oh, and by the way, right before I get to that, do you guys know about the quesarito? Do you know what that is?
I do know about the quesarito.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not familiar with it.
Okay, so the quesarito is basically you take a quesadilla from Chipotle and then you rip it open and you put the burrito contents inside of it. So until like a week ago, it used to cost nothing extra, but now it's a $3.50 upcharge for it. Now that's something I don't want to do for just melted cheese. And I'm like, I guarantee that price is like that because it takes so long. Because you gotta slap that thing in the caliente again, and then rip it open and put the stuff in it.
For the record, Roland says guac at Corrito is $1.69 extra, prepared fresh daily, but not quite on the same scale. Especially since during the summer when the students are gone, they aren't very busy.
Makes sense.
20 cents difference. Is
It
it
is
20
20
cents better?
Good question.
Next week on Dudes Brunch, guac for all. Tyler compares guac from 6 different restaurants.
But guac off. I think the Dudes Brunch burrito would have to be a special menu item, just because we're difficult like that.
You have to have brunch things in it. It couldn't be
Well,
just
if we're
what's on the menu
sticking
there.
to the Chipotle menu, do we have to stick to the Chipotle menu?
Let's do one on the menu and off the menu. Let's do like one home burrito and one Chipotle burrito.
Well, I think on the menu,
Everybody...
we're
It's
gonna
definitely
have
a
both
burrito,
kinds of
not a
rice.
burrito bowl, that's for sure. We know that. Everybody said burrito.
Yeah. Both kinds of beans, because Sean and I both get both.
It's true.
Definitely white rice, I guess, because everyone said that. It's going to have to be double meat, too. I feel like if they have carnitas, you can't let that go.
And if not, chicken.
Yeah.
But then the one constant needs to be steak,
Mm.
because that's what men eat.
That's right.
They eat steak. Old school reference.
Is that on YouTube? That
No, I can't find it.
I have it somewhere.
Okay. We might have to re-upload that horribly offensive video, but that's okay.
I would definitely... So I would go with corn salsa. I think corn salsa needs to be on there.
I mean, Albert's got your back on that.
Yeah.
And so does Tyler, so I guess I'm just outnumbered.
Any other salsa? What salsa?
What did you mean earlier about the sour cream being the ketchup of a burrito? Do you not like ketchup?
Well,
or?
I don't know. I don't like sour cream. It's like such a powerful... It overwhelms everything on my palate when I eat it. So even just the slightest bit, it's like you're trying to cover up something. Like you don't want to taste anything else. I just want to eat sour cream. That's how I feel. It's like it kind of handicaps your ability to taste everything else. And that's how I feel about ketchup. Like ketchup is whoever makes food for me doesn't know how to cook. So I'm gonna make this hamburger edible by like smothering it in gobs of tomato paste.
I can get behind that. I will forgo
Yeah, I see
sour
where you're
cream
coming from. Sure.
for that.
That's one of the number one items that people like to get extra. And well, can I get a little bit more? Can I get a little bit more? Can I get a little more sour cream? They really like sour cream.
One flop, just one.
Some of them get the white burrito where it's white rice, like sour cream, cheese, and that's it.
There's not even meat on it?
It's a veggie, and they might get like lettuce, or they might
Wait. So you there's no meat on it because clearly you don't want meat, but globs and globs of sour cream,
And cheese.
that's all right, and cheese.
That's just gross.
That's a one-way ticket to
Dear God.
constipation.
Okay, so off-menu burrito.
Yeah.
I'm thinking probably sausage? I think
Yeah,
we're more of a sausage crowd than bacon.
Chorizo. Is that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Maybe some eggs.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think this is going to go breakfast burrito because we just really like breakfast food around here.
Yeah.
It definitely needs to be smothered in some kind of sauce, too.
What about that red sauce they put on enchiladas at like the traditional Mexican restaurants?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Like the
What
chili
about
sauce?
salsa?
I'll take a tomato salsa. That's fine. It's got some
On the
sauce.
outside.
Off menu, wouldn't you want to do queso? Because that's the one thing that.
Hey,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. See, Albert's got it, man.
yeah.
Is this going to be wrapped in a tortilla, or are we going to do some kind of ridiculous Taco Bell shit where it's like wrapped in a pancake?
No, hash brown. Hash brown tortilla. It's just a huge hash brown that's just wrapped in it.
If you guys haven't tried a hash brown burger before, it's pretty good. Just saying.
What the heck is that?
It's where you just you can actually buy like the hash brown like patties, and you can just put a burger in between them, and you can eat it. When you can't eat bread or like tortillas or anything, it's a good substitute.
Good to know. Well, on that little nugget of knowledge, we probably should move on,
Right.
just for the sake of time. And so, speaking of little nuggets of knowledge, Sean wants to talk about the nuggets of knowledge that people force us to read when we're stuck in traffic. Sean, what do you have to say about bumper stickers?
Well, my topic is similar to Tyler's. It didn't really have much backstory to it. I don't know if you guys watched my Meerkat. I did have a conversation about this a little bit, where I kind of did a spoiler of what I'm going to eventually say here on the show. But I just want everybody to Google News search bumper stickers just to see like what are people doing with bumper stickers today, the youth, So I asked. My first question was, in what way have you come in contact with bumper stickers recently?
Okay, I want to go first on this.
Go ahead.
I was driving between Athens and Cincinnati, which is like a barren wasteland of cornfields and hills, as most of Ohio is. And I saw the most offensive bumper sticker I've ever seen in my whole life.
Turtles aren't people?
No.
No.
I don't get offended by things super often, but this was two guys in a big, huge truck, and they had a bunch of, like, really awful bumper stickers, like the, those old Walmart novelty shirts when it was still okay to be sexist, like FBI, Federal Booby Inspector. That was one of their
Body
bumper stickers.
inspector.
Yeah, exactly. But the one that I just couldn't believe existed, and Sean, your face is going to drop when I say this. It said, "A good ass is better seen than heard." Listeners, Sean just opened his mouth to say something, laughed, and then sighed.
Oh no. Well.
Worst
Okay,
bumper
who
sticker I've
who
ever
wants
seen
to
in my
go
whole
next?
life.
Who wants to redeem this conversation away from?
I don't know if I have come into a bumper sticker fiasco lately. I don't know. I feel like every time I have, though, I've been like either confused, like, why? Why would you put that on your car? Or like, I don't get it. Like it's usually just lots of confusion, and I don't know. It hasn't been good.
I guess I'm interested with some people. They have like campaign bumper stickers from like 2012, like time-sensitive ones, where I guess you could replace with something a little bit more updated, but you still have the older ones on there, or even like candidates have lost. And I'm like, well, regardless of your political situation, don't you want to, update your little billboard a little and not just have it like 9, 10 years old? So I start to notice those a lot now.
Never forget Romney 2012. I saw one of those the other day. That's what kind of made me smart about this. I was like, wow, we did not give up. But I mean, stick to your guns, I guess.
I actually, my grandmother had a bumper sticker like just kind of like not on her car, but like it was like in like her house. It was "Women for Mitt" in like the most like ironic like like combination of things ever. I'm like, can I have that? She's like, sure, why not? I was like,
How many of them? How many women from it?
I don't know.
Maybe like a binder full of them?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Let's not get too excited, Taylor. That was like.
I was reaching, but I just had to do it.
I've kind of been with Albert here. I feel like as a political junkie, I've seen a lot. Where the mayor's race and city council race is going on hardcore in Akron right now, so we're seeing a lot of bumper stickers for candidates that are running for that. And all the time, because I'm a runner too, this is what got me on it. Now I remember. It was people that have the stupid 13.1 and 26.2 bumper stickers all over their bumpers. Like, I ran a half marathon once, blah, 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 blah. I'm so proud of you, turds. Okay.
Whoa.
Wow, some running elitism.
Yeah, no. This is going on my meerkat again. You ran a half marathon. So what? You ate a half a cheese sandwich. No one cares. Come on. Do something big. Give birth. That should be a bumper sticker. I gave birth.
It is.
That's a life.
Those little families. That's what those little family ones are for.
Yeah.
It's look at all of these humans that crawl out of me. That's what those bumper stickers are.
That got a little graphic, Taylor.
So my next one is, I don't know if everybody got a chance to look up on the Google News bumper stickers thing, but was there anything that surprised you about how people have been using bumper stickers lately?
I just actually pulled it up, and there's something about like the South and churches and stuff, but kind of similar to the stick figure families. I found this article from guns.com about the pros and cons of pro-gun bumper stickers. I'll link it in the show notes later. I'm pointing downwards because YouTube viewers, they'll be down there. Podcast viewers, they'll be in your podcast player. There's a picture here of a bunch of guns lined up. It's like 2 assault rifles, a shotgun, and then a bunch of handguns. And it says, "You have your family, I have mine."
Okay.
I think things like that are riffing on the family bumper sticker are starting to take it like a little too far. Like, the family stickers are bad, but making stickers that look like them and then aren't is just kind of dumb and worse.
So, I think the only thing I saw on there was like people using it to normally kind of like that original and innovative creative bumper sticker designs and things like that. So, nothing really too exciting. I was just curious if there was anything out there that I didn't see. So, do you bumper sticker? Does anybody here bumper sticker?
I did once.
Nope.
Oh, you did? What did you
Yeah.
bumper sticker?
Remember A Decade to Die For?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
were-
I remember that. I remember that bumper sticker.
Yeah, it was just a really well-designed sticker, and I was in high school, and they were a local band that I liked, so I put it on my car.
Nice.
And then my family got super pissed at me, but I left it on there anyway because I was a rebel.
Wow, showing it, sticking to
Yeah.
the man.
I guess now that I think about it, I do bumper sticker. I have a University of Akron logo across the back of my car, and I have an OU logo right next to it. Thanks to Christmas gifts that I couldn't not put on my car, so... Oh, I used to have a backwards Apple sticker on my car, too, that everybody always gave me crap about, and...
I forgot about that. Sean stuck the sticker from his MacBook on the inside of his window so it went backwards.
I didn't want it to get rained on.
Was it worth it?
I paid $1,000 for that sticker. And all they gave me was this crappy computer. I'm just kidding. It's a lovely computer. Please don't kill me, Apple. Please.
That's okay, Sean.
Gracious
You're
Apple
already dead.
overlords.
Do you bumper sticker, Albert?
I do not. The only decals I have on my vehicle are it's 2 Decepticon logos I have on the side doors.
There you go.
Heck yes.
But nothing on the back. So just a small demure, and they're kind of like they're. I got them off Amazon. They're kind of cheap, but they're still like metallic looking, so they kind of blend in with the part of the car where it looks like an actual logo until you like look at it. You're like, what is this? A Decepticon logo? Are you kidding me? So, yeah.
Is your car Decepticon worthy? What is it?
I think so. It's a Toyota Highlander, the SUV. So it could be one of those two SUV bad guys from. Yeah.
Taylor's car isn't that.
No, my wimpy little Mazda would be the worst of the Decepticons.
Well, they need infiltrators.
Yeah.
You
You're like the Ant-Man of cars, Taylor.
Hey, you know, my car is not fucking Warren, all right?
So, my next question is, but really, who are bumper stickers for?
Albert, every episode somebody ends up asking based on some piece of pop culture, so who is this for? Bumper stickers are for people with boring lives that need a good way to express themselves.
Whoa! Whoa! Shots fired! What?
No, that was really mean. I think bumper stickers are just for people who feel like they have to express certain parts of their personality really externally.
Just because you don't feel strongly about anything, Taylor, doesn't mean that other people's lives are wrong.
I feel strongly about things. I just don't feel like I need to put those on my car to express them. What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know.
I thought it was the most economical form to offend as many strangers as possible. You know, you can spend $1 and get people to yell at you for the entire lifetime of you owning that vehicle.
And then even longer when some broke college student buys that vehicle used.
Right.
I have no idea. I don't know. Like, especially from my perspective, someone that like makes things. Usually bumper stickers look awful. Like, they're not well designed at all. So I'm like so confused as to. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, if it's like some like nerd thing, then that's okay. You know, okay, fine, that's cool. You know, especially if it's like an icon like Albert has. You know, that's a very iconic, appropriate thing to have on your car because it's transforming robots out of vehicles. So you're like, okay, all right, okay. Just like, you know, Dragon Ball Z minions, you know, they don't exactly, you don't understand why they happen, but somebody out there probably buys it.
You look like a minion right now.
He's become everything he hates. Albert, what do you think? Who are bumper stickers for?
Yeah, I definitely agree with your assessment that it's for people to express themselves. I do think it's risky to try and offend a lot of people when everyone's driving, you know, 2,000-pound steel death machines around you at 80 miles per hour or so. Probably not the best location to be pulling that off at.
Damn, I guess I have to take that. I can't even think of anything offensive that I would put on my car. I ruined that joke. I'm sorry. I'll see myself out.
And, well, I guess I'm another bumper sticker design that I just remembered is when people repeat the same sticker over and over again, so they have like 30 of the same ones. Have you guys ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
No.
I think I have.
Yeah. I think it's usually like the political ones, like it's either the same design like 12 times in a row or something. I'm just like, what's going on here? Why are there so many of this same? But yeah, it's the exact same one. Yeah.
They're Warholing it.
I mean, for a while I did put stickers on my phone, so I mean, that's sort of like the same thing, and I would put like a bunch of like Jimmy John stickers on there just because I was like, they're stickers. Might as well just put them on there. And I just really just wanted to kind of like collage them together, but I don't think you really want to collage the back of your car.
That's actually something I was thinking about because, bands have always made stickers and you go to shows and you get stickers, but what do we actually use stickers for anymore?
Currency with third graders.
Yes, you go to elementary schools and barter for your food because you graduated from college and work at Banana Republic. Sorry, did that get your real Sean?
Okay, and I'm happy with that. Okay, so real quick, best bumper sticker, and then we'll move on. Best bumper sticker you've ever seen. I'll just go. I was driving through Akron one night, and I passed a little car, and on the back of it, it had a pink sticker, and it said, "I brake for Norwalls."
Good.
Greatest bumper sticker I've ever seen.
Good. I'm sure that was like a Reddit reference from like 6 years ago, but
Yeah. Mine is Cincinnati's Just Okay.
I defied this question by saying there are no best bumper stickers.
That's a good answer. No, that's a great answer. I like that. I'll take it.
Aha.
Mine's still gonna be Women for Mid.
I think it's funnier every time you say it.
Can I just tell you guys a little story real quick?
Yeah.
I was on Google Answers, and somebody had typed in, like, the question was, did Christian Bale's parents name him Christian because they were Christian? And the best answer was, yes, because Mitt Romney's parents named him after a glove. I was like, thanks, Google Answers, or Yahoo Answers, whatever you're still good for.
Good old glove Romney. The 86th U.S. president. All right. Albert, you wanted to talk about summer blockbusters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I chose this topic not necessarily because I had some mainline discussion I wanted to go on, but I just figured probably a lot of you guys hopefully have seen some good movies, or maybe a lot of your listeners, and I've actually been going on a tear. I saw Jurassic Park, Terminator, and Ant-Man, and usually I very rarely go to the movies. I'll wait them out, but maybe I was just bored. Maybe just the weather was nice. I wanted to go out and have dinner and go to a movie, have some fun. But what are your guys' thoughts on the current lineup of movies? Or are there any big summer movies you're looking forward to or have seen, or any commentary on that?
But did you see Mad Max?
I did see Mad Max.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
It's like this running thing on this podcast that every movie Tyler sees, none of us have seen.
I don't know. I want to watch this again and watch me going, come on, say no.
I don't know. I've been going first all night. Somebody else talk.
Yeah, I went and saw Jurassic Park. I liked it a lot. It was pretty good. It was. I feel like some of the lines are pretty classic, culty lines. More of the story: biggest dinosaur always wins. So that was kind of cool. I like where they harken back to the old Jurassic Parks. That was a cool touch. Chris Pratt, I think, plays a really good role. It was cool to see him play a serious character. And man, that woman can run in heels.
Serious.
Yeah.
Let's use that loosely. Okay.
I'm a scrub, and the only blockbuster I saw this summer was Inside Out. I loved it, and I want to go out and see Ant-Man. I might do that sometime soon-ish. But I've been traveling a lot this summer, so I haven't made it to very many movies. Mm-hmm. I want to see Trainwreck, too. I heard Trainwreck is hilarious.
Yeah, I want to go see that.
Inside Out, they've added Inside Out emotes to Skype. I don't know if you guys use Skype. I saw that the other day. I'm like, what's going on here? Why is there a product placement emoticon in Skype? I thought that was really strange.
That seems very specific. I feel like Skype isn't really known for like implementing those kind of icons. I don't know.
Yeah.
That seems more like a Facebook Messenger kind of thing.
Yeah, because Facebook Messenger has the Minions pack going right now.
Oh, okay.
I have it. I got it. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
I don't use Facebook Messenger, so yeah, I didn't
Me
see that.
neither.
I wish there was better emoji support on Slack. Because
Yeah.
I would love to send. We run this show through Slack, and I'd love to see some stupid emoji stuff going on in our Slack chat.
Wait, hold on. So none of us saw Magic Mike?
Nope.
XXL?
Yeah. Nobody
No.
saw. No? Alright, well, okay.
None of us saw, what was that movie that just came out? The Gallows or whatever it was? And
Yeah, I heard bad things though.
I never believed those movies and they're actually any good.
What'd you see this summer, Tyler? I know you've seen a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah. So I saw Mad Max, I saw Ant-Man, and I saw Jurassic World. So I saw the what I would consider to be the best, the crop, cream of the crop, whatever you want to call it.
Hater!
We know every week.
Every week you say that you like all the best movies, and then every week Sean and I say, oh, you should see this, and then you never see it, but then you yell at us when we haven't seen, like, one movie.
Listen, all I'm saying is, Catherine and I almost went to go see a movie the other day, and we almost saw Inside Out. She didn't want to see Inside Out. I was like, okay, that's fine. Otherwise, we would have seen it. I would, if I hadn't just watched the first Terminator movie like a couple weeks ago, I would have seen the new Terminator movie. So.
Albert, can you give us a review of Ant-Man? What do you think
Yeah.
about it?
I thought
Oh,
Ant-Man was
that's about
pretty
it.
fun. Yeah, it was definitely a good move for them to reference the Avengers, because that always comes up whenever the Avengers are all fighting their individual movies. It's always like, why doesn't Thor just call Iron Man here and save him? Why doesn't Captain America just call, the Hulk to save him? And so in this one, when they infiltrate the Avengers, and spoilers, the Ant-Man fought the flying guy whose name is
Nope.
got the wings, but he fought one of the Avengers, so it was kind of good to
Oh,
see.
Hawkeye?
No.
No.
Hawkeye doesn't have wings. It's okay.
Sorry, I just assume when somebody's talking about an Avenger that nobody knows who they are, it's Hawkeye.
Yeah, I figured it. But so they kind of addressed the fact that they were working, it's a heist movie under the law and not with the Avengers.
Ah.
One of the guys had a falling out with S.H.I.E.L.D. and whatnot, so I thought that was a good touch. Other than that, it was fun, lighthearted movie, a lot of insects and ants and everywhere, creatively used, so no big complaints. It was definitely an underdog movie from what I heard going into it.
How much did you... Go ahead.
And this is the part where I say it's kind of like has the same tone as Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is the part where neither of the other panelists have seen Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, continue, Sean.
How much did you pay to see it?
Must have been like, I think $8.75 a ticket, or maybe $9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it worth that?
Yeah, that's a tough call. Again, for Ant-Man, I think it was because I was kind of on a movie hit, or movie streak, and I just seen Terminator, which was a huge disappointment. So then I went to see
good. I didn't
Jurassic
think.
World, which kind of got me back into movies, and then I think that's what led me to go see Ant-Man. So, but on its own, the prices of tickets does annoy me, and that's again why I hardly ever go see movies in general. I'll wait them out. But.
Yeah. That's 'cause I went and saw Jurassic World at a theater here in Akron, and it's just they only have one screen. It's like a big, old movie theater, and it was $5. And I said, for $5, definitely worth going to see Jurassic World. But I know at the theater down the street from this place, it's $12.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a $12 movie.
Yeah. Yeah, the ticket might have been more than $9. Now that you're saying 12, it might have been $10.75 instead of $9.75. But yeah, definitely a pricey adventure, considering that if you just wait it out, that's like a month of Netflix streaming.
Right.
Movies come out there, so I try to be as frugal as possible when it comes to entertainment stuff. One of the things I hardly go see comedy movies. It's not like I don't like comedy movies. It's because I don't need the huge screen and surround sound to enjoy a good joke or anything. But for action movies, I do appreciate the bigger viewing experience. So.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of the same way. Like any art film, like I'm really pissed at myself that I didn't go see Interstellar and Gravity in theaters. I should have seen those on a big screen. Whereas, like, I want to see Trainwreck, but realistically, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna stream it because I don't need to see that in a theater.
I saw Gravity on an airplane, so it's like bumping around and everything, and there's like pressure differences, so it felt really cool watching that. It was like a picture of airplane, so I was like, I'm in space, but pretty unique experience.
Do that. That would be so cool.
Interstellar in an IMAX in the bottom right-hand corner in the front was not a pleasant experience. So I would say as long as you.
I saw Interstellar in IMAX. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
we showed up nice and early. Yeah, I'm a Christopher Nolan fanatic, so
yeah,
I was like, Sarah, we're going early. We're paying full price.
Speaking of that, there was a strange Interstellar moment, like in Ant-Man towards the end, and I was just like, "What's going on?"
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to spoil that full on or.
I mean, he goes subatomic, so it gets real
goes
like
into another dimension.
Huh.
Okay, so if you're going to give a spoiler, I'm going to give a spoiler kind of similarly. Sean especially is going to love this. In Inside Out, there's a moment where they go into the abstract thought portion of the brain, and all of the characters, like, it's one of those Pixar moments where they're just doing something weird for the sake of doing something weird, and the characters are, like, taken through different movements of philosophy and art, and so there's, like, a minimalist section, and, like, an abstract expressionist section. It's so cool.
Sarah, we're going to see this when I come down there.
I will go again.
We'll probably see it at some point.
That one scene is worth it. A lot of people don't like that scene. As an artsy person, I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah, maybe I'll go see that movie then, because that does pique my interest. Yeah. I like when they hide really cool stuff in there like that. It kind of reminds me of Wreck-It Ralph, where the different characters have different animation, like frames per second sequences, based on what the systems actually were when the characters were introduced. So.
I never noticed that, but now that you say it, I can totally understand it. That's really cool.
There needs to be a Scott Pilgrim too.
Oh man, such a good movie.
Speaking of video game movies, I saw Quentin Tarantino was going to have another movie coming out. It's going to be a Western. It's going to be cool.
Those okay, so we talked earlier about comedies and action movies. I saw Django in theaters, and from now on, I'm seeing Quentin Tarantino movies in theaters every time.
Well, yeah.
The audience reaction in those is just so much more fun than watching it at home. Like, in the last scene where Django just shoots up the place, the audience was, like, screaming and, like, cheering him on, and I was like, this is what I want out of a movie experience. This is really cool.
I don't know. I felt, when we went and saw Interstellar, we went and saw it in Athens, and I felt like after we watched it, I wasn't very happy with the crowd because everybody was kind of like, I didn't get it. I don't understand. That movie was like, it was too crazy. I didn't get the story. What was the story? And I was like, oh my god, come on.
I mean, there was the part where he's like in a different realm of existence. I mean, that's okay. And they like kind of made it sound like there might be like aliens, but there really at the end there wasn't. But I mean, other than that, like the point A to B wasn't very hard.
He saved everything. There, superhero. but he's real. And he's Matthew McConaughey, and he actually had dialogue that was understandable.
All right, all right.
Versus his Lincoln commercial and all of True Detective Season 1.
Hey, man, time is a flat circle. Sorry, Albert, we went off on a massive McConaughey rant. Did you have another question?
No, I guess that kind of satisfies the topic in the way I kind of thought it up. Just branch out from something that everyone can riff off of. Yeah. I didn't really have a specific goal with it or anything.
Right on. Well, I think we're going to go a little bit over time this week, but I do want to cover Beme. So let's try and do this relatively quickly. I know Sean's going to have a lot to say. So Beme, for those who aren't familiar, that's my topic this week. It's a new app. It's created by Casey Neistat, I think is how you say his last name, and Jerome Jar. They're both famous YouTube/Snapchat people. And the idea of Beme is that unlike other social networks, it's actually social, air quotes, because you don't look at your phone when you use it. So what you do is you open up the Beme app, and you're going to send a video to somebody, well, to your followers. But the way you do it is you press the camera to your chest like this, and I'm recording a Beme, and then when you let go, it stops, like so. And it's using the proximity sensor on the front of the iPhone to do that. And then you can videos back and send people selfies of you reacting to their video. So that's kind of the tech behind it, but the idea is that it's a social network you can use in public without pulling your phone out in front of your face. So yeah, my first question is, based on that, and if you've used it at all, what's your first impression?
My first impression is, how do you ensure that you're framing your picture correctly if you're holding it to your chest?
You don't. You're not supposed to. The idea is that you're not manicuring your online representation. Which is an artsy way of saying we just didn't want to build that into the app, I think. But
whoa!
But go ahead. This is your first impression. I didn't mean to hijack.
So from functionality, when I'm following people, I can get a bunch of videos that are off-center and not showing the thing in focus and clearly. So I'm going to be following a bunch of people doing that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like high fidelity and stuff to get information across like clearly and stuff. Not to watch. Is there a time limit on these videos, like Snapchat, like a
I think it's like 15 seconds.
15 seconds, yeah. So if it's short and like a short like, oh crap, look at something cool that just happened, and it's 15 seconds of content, that there's not a lot of setup and there's not a lot of the arc of that impression is so short that if it's off focus, it's just going to be a waste of 15 seconds to me. That's my impression. Right.
Tyler, Sean, thoughts?
Dumb. Absolutely stupid. This app is going to be absolute garbage. It's not social media, and this is why I say this, because social media isn't really social media. Social media is creative branding. Okay? And when you can't brand yourself, like Albert was saying, it's just like random off-framed crap. I just don't see people using it. And you want to see how to not put it up against your chest? Look, kids, hack. And then it's right at your face again. And then it's right at your stupid face.
Yeah, they say in the explainer video that's how you record a selfie, is you put your hand over it or you smack it up against a wall.
This is so... Just Snapchat. And then it deletes itself like Snapchat. It's just a rip-off of Snapchat. How dumb. Just get a Meerkat. It's so much better. And
Meerkat, of course, is mobile-to-mobile live streaming video, for those who haven't used that yet. Tyler?
Well, I'm a little more optimistic than Sean.
A little?
Yeah. I recently actually just got Snapchat because I wanted to take pictures of my girlfriend's cat and send it to her when she was away at STCC, so I wanted to do that.
Are you following me on Snapchat?
No, I should though.
On Snapchat. Hater.
Well, anyway, so I liked where Snapchat was going, and then I don't know. I feel like the Snapchat formula could always be improved upon in some way. And I was like, I watched the video, and of course it's always going to sound super positive and hyped up. And so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. I'm not like, I just don't know. I guess I agree that I don't know why you'd use this over Snapchat. I don't
Yeah.
know.
After having it for a few days, I'm in the same boat. It makes me use Snapchat more.
Mm.
I can draw on Snapchat. I can do fun things with Snapchat.
Yeah, you can draw on it, you can write on it, you can choose if you're just sending it to one person or if you're sending it to everybody that follows you. I like it a lot more in that way. Kind of an early shameless plug. Janet, friend of the show, at ICanIsBeAsian on Snapchat, and I are doing home decor wars, where we post video snaps of how our houses are decorated and yell about whose house is better decorated, because she recently moved and I'm a jerk. So
Don't make me get Snapchat again. To watch.
You need to get Snapchat again.
I want to get Snapchat again.
Why not? Why don't you want Snapchat?
Because it was boring the first time that I had it.
It's gotten better.
I'll send you pictures and I'll draw on them. It'll be fun.
Okay.
Okay, so let's quickly get through these last couple questions. Does this feel more authentic than other apps? Because that's what they're going for. Is this, you can't edit it, and so therefore it's more authentic. Does that sound right to you guys?
That's like saying Tyler puts together a burrito for you and serves it to you and you randomly have to bite into it. So it's more authentic of a burrito.
That's right.
Authentic as in, well, I guess I don't understand what people are using it for, like cool things they see really quickly, or concert, like annoying concert videos where everything's washed out and super noisy. Like, I don't get what people are.
Yeah, it's mostly a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Except now you just see the backs of the people that are in front of you
Right.
and all the sweat dripping down on them.
Let me see if I can pull a beam up real quick.
I guess I could say authentic is boring. That's what I'm doing, like, in my normal life. I don't want to see someone else's normal, what they're seeing,
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this in focus on screen. So here is one of the founders' recent posts. Can't get it to go.
Come on.
This is why we run a live video show.
Just finished my run. Pretty different running here than in New York City.
$10 says he went and got a sticker and put it on the back of his car. Beam run, 5K.
Yeah, I dislike videos like where it's just like, look at this area where someone's running, and now I'm saying something, and it's sunny, I guess.
It's sunny, I guess.
Yeah, like that's the content of that video. I goof around a lot, but the value of my time for goofing off is, pretty high. So I don't want to spend, like, say I got really into this app, like, what am I doing watching, like, 10 minutes of these videos a day, like, or 5 minutes of these videos, like, divide that between 15 seconds, you're talking like 40, 50 videos of people like, look at this ice cream sandwich, or look at this chair, look at this thing. And that's not bringing me any new knowledge or input into the world of other people. Like, you want to say unedited, or this is a real view into their lives. Well, their lives are boring. That was a boring video for that founder to show me.
Which reminds us all of the Smashing Pumpkins lyric. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really have one.
You just wanted to say it so we could keep the streak going. Gotta get that Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, I mean, Albert kind of summed my thought up. Like, with Snapchat at least, you're being creative, or you're sending, like, you making a stupid face. I just don't care
Or me activating my trap card.
I just don't care about like the videos that are on Beam right now. I don't care.
I feel
Tyler?
like that. I feel like that on Meerkat though. When I get on Meerkat and I look at what people are talking about, I think like this is a lot of it is just garbage.
Well, I think Meerkat is like the 1 in a million. Oh, now you get to watch Paul McCartney perform live
Right.
type of thing.
From
It's
someone's
not a
chest,
collective
though.
experience.
Right. Right. Yeah. Albert's right, but from someone's chest.
Yes, watch Paul McCartney perform from the
Why don't
scenic
they-
view of my chest.
Why don't they just call that like Boob Vision or something?
The new hit app, Boob Vision. Tyler, do you have a final thought on Beam before we move into shameless plugs?
I don't know. It's gonna be hard to. If I can't draw on it, that's a big. I mean, what's the dank meme of Beam? I mean, like what's why do I use it? Do we know?
I don't think so. I mean, it's not like everything you post goes out to everyone who follows you, but they can only watch it once.
Okay.
So what would be your dank meme of Beam?
I mean, like Vine is like, oh, cool. It has like that editing thing that they do, where it's like 15 seconds, and so it's like a GIF simulator.
Right.
And like Snapchat, you can draw on it. And it's like it was the dick pic hub for the first year of its life. I just don't know.
hmm Yeah, for that sort of crowdsourced social media content, I still, maybe I'm just old school, but I just use Instagram where people take pictures of art. Like I follow a couple of tattoo artists, they take pictures of arty stuff, or some of my friends take better frame pictures and they do a little cool little,
Yeah.
filter on it to make it look artsy, but I'm just going to see what they're up to. And sometimes when I take a cool picture on Snapchat, and I don't even have my friends on there, then I'm like, crap, I could use Instagram, but then maybe more people will see that cool picture. So then I switch apps and I take the same picture again. Then I just feel like an idiot, like, oh, I need to, do both social media platforms and take a picture on Snapchat, then resend it on Instagram, then make sure Instagram goes to Twitter and Facebook. Then I just feel like a dork. So.
That's my whole job.
Look at the leather.
Well, I think I'm going to be deleting Beam after this episode.
Whoa. Okay.
Hear
All
that?
right.
Hear that, Beam? You better call Taylor and
Yeah, win me back.
tell him you love him.
Take me out to a nice dinner.
Has Gary V talked about Beam yet?
He
Or is it-
briefly mentioned it and lumped it in with Meerkat and Periscope, so...
So then
Do you know
no.
if it's getting a lot of traction with like the hip youngsters?
Well,
Or
they
it's
did a
just no
really
one using
smart
it?
thing, and they launched it the week before VidCon,
Mhm.
and then they had a big meetup out at VidCon this week, and so it's still invite only, but I would guess there's a lot more users today than there were on Thursday, the day before VidCon. Those who don't know, VidCon is the annual online video convention out in Anaheim, which was this weekend. Lots of famous YouTube people and things like that. Well, cool. So it's been about an hour. I guess we should probably wrap up with some shameless plugs. Albert, thanks for joining us. We'll go ahead and let you go first. Do you have anything to shamelessly plug to our audience?
Sure. I have a show. It's called Nerd Optimal. It's kind of a weird show. We're having an identity crisis, so I have no idea where we're going or what we're doing. I lost our recent episode, so it's been like 2 weeks since the last time we posted. So I don't know if people are still listening or people are just like, screw this show. They're not doing anything anymore.
I
So-
listened to your most recent episode. It went to some very deep places.
Yeah, we get really dark and depressing sometimes, but we're trying to change it up and do lighthearted stuff. Maybe talk about video games maybe. But then it's like every other online show does that. Like, hey, we're a group of close friends who hangs around and just chats and cracks jokes about video games. It's like, oh, another one of these? Cool. And so that's why, again, initially we tried to go into darker, deeper topics that utilize more critical thinking, but then it's just like, now we just sound like a bunch of, nihilistic jerks.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so
It keeps going. It keeps going to torture porn. So it's perfect.
So that's what's happened to my show. So if you enjoy that type of stuff, you can check us out at Nerd Optimal.
And are you on iTunes, Stitcher, the whole thing?
Yes. Yep.
Awesome. And video viewers, his Twitter handle's on screen. Do you want to read it off for audio listeners?
Sure. It's at Albrexor, ALBREXOR, and I am very bad at social media, so I hardly ever post. But sometimes maybe. I don't know. No, probably not. But you can find me on Beme though for My Exciting Life. I'm taking that over.
He's going to be the first Bean star.
I poo-pooed it to get my competition down, and then I'm going to go in and sweep it up.
Strategery.
Yep.
All right, Tyler, shameless plugs from you.
Okay. So I put a brand new illustration on my website, tylerdreed.com. It's my guac and loaded Chipotle parody shirt. Conveniently posted just in time for this episode because we talked about Chipotle. It's basically a design that my coworker is like, hey, you should do this design. It's gonna say guac and loaded, and it's gonna have a avocado with big muscle arms. I'm like, okay, sweet. So I did it, and now it's on there. I probably can't sell it because Chipotle will probably be like, hey, that's like exactly how we design our shirts, so you can't do that. So that's tylerdreed.com. You can also email me at tylerdreed@gmail.com, and you can find me at TDR Design on Twitter and Tumblr. Hire me, please.
Sean, shameless plugs from you.
At Evans_emerge. Been doing some heavy meerkatting, some autovlog stuff lately. So, as Albert said, if you want to watch my boring life of me driving places, and it'd be like if you were my passenger seat, it's the truth. It's the truth. That's where to hit me up.
A lot of Prairie Home Companion, you guys.
Yeah. The other night I was singing 90s hits. So I got like 77 people to watch. That was pretty nice. Other than that, you can see my Get You Really Depressed and Hate Your Life blog on Tumblr. P makes the F sound. And other than that, see you, kids.
And shameless plugs from me. You can follow me, as always, at TC Olmstead on Twitter. I just posted a new article on the Dudes Brunch site. That's at dudesbrunch.wordpress.com. It's an intro to the career works of Ben Folds, one of my personal favorite musicians. And then we have some interesting show plugs. As promised on Twitter, we got some new stuff going on. So thing number one, all of our episodes are now archived on the website, dudesbrunch.wordpress.com. The bingo board has its own page, so if you've been playing along on bingo, you can find that there. Nobody has won Dudes Brunch bingo yet, so maybe next week is the week. And most excitingly of all, you can buy Dudes Brunch shirts now. Tyler and I set it up this afternoon. We are on Redbubble. Just search Dudes Brunch. The link will be in the show notes and on the website. It's our wonderful pig logo that Tyler designed. You can get it on a shirt and wear it to confuse your coworkers.
Can we do a turtle? Can we do a Turtles Aren't People shirt too? Please.
If we get one tweet asking for a Turtles Aren't People shirt, it'll be a thing. All right. Well, thanks, Albert, for joining us. Thanks, everybody at home, for watching or listening. And we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.